What do you think of Bernie Madoff's lawyer, Ira Lee Sorkin, who argued that 12 years would be adequate sentence for his crimes?
Well, yeah, that was, Bernie's, I guess, 71 now, and so 12 years. He was saying that his life expectancy was 13 more years. So I don't know exactly what he meant by that. It's like he was going to serve 12 and then have 1 year just to kind of have fun, live it up. I don't know. I thought that was being, shall we say, optimistic. And it turned out, I mean, they really gave Bernie the absolute maximum. He's going to be serving time until, I did the calculation, the year 2159. So by then his cellmate will be like a robot or an alien, probably. But one of the things that's sort of shocking about the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme is how long it lasted. I mean, this thing lasted decades. And, there are some people, I hate to bring this up because I'm sure some of them might even be in our listening audience. There's some people who invested in this fund, let's say 20 years ago, and got out 10 years ago, who did just fine. I mean, who made 10% a year. And I don't know how they're feeling about all this. I mean, they're not villains in this, but they were beneficiaries. I don't know where the money is. I don't know how they're going to find it. I feel, terrible for the victims of this, which is, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I did the book. I just thought, laughter at this point is probably better than crying, which is what everybody's been doing.
Well, do you have any advice for Mr. Madoff's wife, Ruth? Do you think she'll wind up in prison too? And do you think that serving time is any better for a woman than for a man?
Well, I don't really want to guess about Ruth's involvement or not. I mean, who knows? There are a lot of corporate CEOs who never speak to their wives. So maybe Ruth never knew anything about this, if Bernie was in that category. But I think they're going to be looking into what Ruth knew or might have known what the kids knew. I mean, it's going to be, this is not the end of the story.
Do you think this is the golden age of Ponzi schemes? Because there's this other big one, and not as big as the Madoff, but it involves Robert Allen Stanford, who I think is still on the run, isn't he?
No, Stanford they got.
Oh,
Stanford has surrendered.
Because I wondered if I was the only person who didn't come up with the idea of conducting a Ponzi scheme over the past couple of years.
Yeah, it's one of those things that now, Leonard, I think you're too late. Like, I think if you do it now, it would be
sort of get suspicious.
Yeah, it would be sort of like my telling my wife this week that I want to hike the Appalachian Trail. It's just like, it's one of those things, you're a day late, a dollar short, So, I think it's too, if Ponzi schemes were the thing, it's sort of like coming up with a great .com scam in 2001,